Hello and welcome to episode 28 of the Daily Sales Message. That means for at least the last 28 days and for each and every single day here on forwards, we provide you with a piece of simple, actionable advice that's going to help you to improve your sales performance and feel more confident too. My name is James Newell. If you're new here, I teach people how to sell, and for me it comes in two parts. The first part is what I call having a clear sales message, so being able to articulate precisely what it is that you sell, and the second part is having what I call selling confidence, being comfortable, confident and relaxed in a selling situation. In this episode number 28 of the Daily Sales Message, we are talking about time, and one thing in particular, I call it the long-lasting effect. The long-lasting effect. Now, when we buy things, particularly consumer goods, if you're buying weed killer or glue or paint or these kind of like practical, real productized things, they come with an amount of time that it lasts. So the weed killer will last for 24 years or this and that, and you know, these nuts and bolts won't rust for 10 years and blah, blah, blah. They will tell you how long the offering actually lasts, which makes sense. And the longer the time, the bigger the number, the more likely we are to buy that thing because, hey, it's great because I don't, for at least the next 20 years, I don't have to replace this thing or clean it or respray it or whatever. So it's an attractive thing. It's an attractive thing. But you're probably not doing it for your own offering. You don't have to have products, tins of paint and bits and bobs that you're selling. But how long does your offering actually work for, as it were? Because the longer it works for, the better it is, the easier it is to sell it to somebody because of how they justify the price. And I'll just break this down for you so you can understand. So for clear sales message in particular, if I said, I'll give you a clear sales message, it'll help you feel more confident, sell more stuff. Ta-da! There we go. Part one. Or if I said, I'll give you a clear sales message, it'll help you feel more confident, sell more stuff. And actually from experience, it should last you at least the next 5 to 10 years or more. That's more compelling. And do you know why? Well, first of all, you're going to take the price that I'm charging you and divide that into the 5 or 10 years. You're quite likely to do that and work out what this is going to cost you over time. But also it allows you to understand that you don't have to do anything else for the next 5 to 10 years. So you're getting a really, really big long-term return on what you're paying for. But I have to point it out to you. And this comes to this this kind of notion, which we mentioned in episode 27, of obvious sales message, pointing out the obvious to your buyer. It's obvious to you that what you do lasts X period of time, but it might not be obvious to your buyers. So we've really got to point it out to them. So today I want you to think about how long does your thing actually last for? How long until I need to use you again, or how long until it runs out or needs editing, adding to, whatever? What's the lifespan of the thing that you do? Because if it's a considerable period of time, months, years, or even more, then I suggest that you mention that to people in your messaging. You make that obvious and clear because it's going to help them to justify the price in their own minds, and also it just makes your offering sound more compelling. So that's today's lesson, today's talking point, thinking point. I don't know. I need to come up with some terminology for this stuff. Don't know, but 28 episodes in, this will grow, this will get better. But that's the thing you need to think about today. How long does your thing last? Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about something which I call an activity counter. An activity counter, counting your activity and sharing that with your buyers. If you want to know what that means, tune in tomorrow for another rambling edition of the Daily Sales Message.